Hi, I'm Paul Samra, and welcome to the Samra Family Farm. Come on in. DS Samra, P.O. Box 74, Hood, California. Phone SP 53526. Remember, I was a teenager then. We went and got the signs.
My dad, he was always easygoing. He was easygoing, his personality, right? He was able to get what he wanted or that rather than acting in a negative manner or anything. He had his ups and downs, you know, but never gave up.
My father's name was Dalip Singh Samra, and he was born in Sidhwan in Jalandhar district of Punjab, India. When my father was 5 years old, his mother passed away. His older brother and his sister-in-law essentially then raised him. When my dad was out in the field, they were talking about this place, America, and I think a shipping company was hiring. My dad came to his house and he said to his dad, "I'm gonna go see if I can go to America." My grandfather told him, "You'll live to regret it." And he said, "No, I want to go."
They arrived on November 18th, 1910, and what we can see here under the admitted column is that they were landed on November 29th, 1910. So your guys' father or grandfather was at Angel Island Immigration Station from November 18th until November 29th, 1910.
Immigrants on the west coast were processed in Angel Island. Immigrants on the east coast were processed through Ellis Island. And my understanding is that they were detained there.
I would be terrified. I don't know what would happen or what they're going to do. In 1910, when he got off of Angel Island, they had to find work.
There were no people waiting for him. The immigrants, I think he was one of the first immigrants in this country. All he had were those cluster of friends that he brought with him. That was it.
He did tell me that, in the old days, that there was a lot of crying going on. And my dad started talking about they would get lonely, and a lot of times when there was communication from the family or anybody in India, he would really get sentimental and start crying when he would hear a letter.
I believe my father met Bill Mosher in the late 20s. It was illegal for my father to own land, and Bill Mosher would rent the land and just turn it over to my father to farm. Bill Mosher ended up being one of his best friends for life. My father grew celery, tomatoes, wheat, corn, barley. He, at one time, was the world's largest celery grower.
I mean, he was lucky. He was fortunate to have a good partner. He was honest, because there were some people that take the crop and then not pay the person that was farming it.
All of them were bachelors back then, yeah. The Asians weren't able to bring their wives over until some point after World War II.
My father decided to go back to India, I believe it was 1930. He wanted to get married. He had his green card at that time so he could travel. The difficulty he had was that he couldn't bring his wife over. My mother was not allowed to come over to this country because immigration laws prohibited Asians from bringing their wives over. Many of his friends told him that maybe he could find someone younger and someone that would get through the immigration process easily. And my dad said that my word is my word. When you make a promise to somebody, you never break it.
He worked all his life to provide for his family and also work for what he came to America for. They would work 36 hours straight, all day, all night, for $1.50. There was discrimination, but he never talked about it. One landlord lit his field on fire. The one time he went into the barber shaved half his face and then lifted the apron. He said, "Okay, I'm all finished."
Me and some of the family members got together here at the National Archives in San Bruno and did some research on my father.
I've never been here. This is the first time, and I didn't even know where it was. I didn't know they had everything on the microfiche.
Years ago, we would never have had access to such. I mean, I've been working on my family's history since I was a little girl. Hopefully in the future we'll get some more. This will be something I can put together for future generations in our family.